ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has promised that the party will root out corruption in government at all costs. This in an effort to renew the image of the organisation. Ramaphosa says political instability in the Mangaung Metro is being attended to. He was in Bloemfontein today. He was speaking during the launch of the Letsema campaign in that city. Letsema is aimed at renewing the ANC social contract with communities. Ramaphosa also said that all necessary state resources would be directed at the disasters that struck KwaZulu-Natal and parts of the Eastern Cape.
Scores of Mangaung residents in Bloemfontein have braved inclement weather conditions in a hope of better lives, and that's exactly what the ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa is promising through the Letsema campaign. The president says they are working hard to restructure the economy and help it to recover. Ramaphosa has also stressed that service delivery in the Mangaung Metro will be prioritized. Residents say continuous power blackout, lack of sites and corruption remain burning issues.
I am happy, but President should please help us with this municipality. There is no longer services and our children are not working.
For 11 years.
We have lost hope as residents. Our children are not working and it is not nice at all.
750.
What we want is the president to come on board and rebuild our city to a better place.
Corruption in all government spheres will also be dealt with.
We want to address the issues of corruption at the municipality level, at the provincial level, as well as at the national level. The ANC has decided as part of the renewal process, as we renew the ANC, we are going to go amongst our people. We are going to embark on this project Letsema so that we reconnect with our people.
As part of the renewal process, the ANC says job creation is key.
We are going to help our businesses, both here in the local municipality, in the province and at the national level, to create jobs so that our people can find employment. We are not happy that so many people in our country are not working.
From here, the Letsema campaign will be rolled out to KwaZulu-Natal and other provinces. Aphumelele Mhlalane, SABC News, Bloemfontein.
All right, so let's focus more closely on President Cyril Ramaphosa's visit to Bloemfontein this weekend. He led a clean-up operation at a primary school and then was due to fix potholes in the city. We saw that report, some analysis now with Professor Sethulego Matebesi. Professor, thank you for being with us. Firstly, how significant is it to see the president getting down and dirty in a sense, volunteering and doing some of the work, even potholes? Professor, it's Francis in studio. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, Francis.
Great. My first question then, how significant to see the president fixing potholes, getting down and dirty?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a breakdown in communication between myself, but I heard the gist of your first question, Francis, and good evening, South Africans. Fact of the matter is, we've got now the Letsema campaign in the Free State. This comes after the provincial intervention, and I'm just referring to Mangaung Metro municipality and now also the Section 139 intervention. All these campaigns, for me, are public relations exercises. We don't see tangible action being taken against the people who are causing all the problems in the Free State and anywhere else in South Africa. I've got great respect for President Ramaphosa. I've got great respect for several ANC leaders. But the fact of the matter is, we need to go back to the fundamentals. And the fundamental is take action against individuals who are not doing their job. Too many people are suffering as a result of the incapability of individuals to execute their performance. And a campaign like Letsema, for me, it's good when you see it on television, when you read about it on newspapers. But it ends there. The people need service delivery today and not tomorrow.
Yeah, Letsema is a volunteering program launched by the ANC years ago. It's being reintroduced. We'll talk about that. But it sounds like you agree with an analyst who's written about this, saying, can the ANC seriously mobilize society to collect trash when ANC-led municipalities are failing to manage refuse collection? So you're saying people want to see professional service delivery, not these sort of token volunteering gestures?
Yeah, most definitely. We're talking about an organization, and by the way, a glorious organization. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the ANC, but if you look at what has happened with the ANC over the past 2 decades, something went wrong. And they need to root out the rot within the African National Congress. Yes, it's about volunteering, but how do you even convince people to come out and advance the ideals that the president is speaking about the goals of Letsema, whereas you've got an organization which cannot even take action against their own politicians? Likes to create situations which are conducive to themselves. I mean, the ANC currently, and I know it's not the main issue about today's interview, about their step-aside rule. They don't need a step-aside rule. The ANC needs to implement just its own disciplinary rule, where you've got people facing serious charges, such as murder, who are being elected at provincial elective conferences. Such instances, such stances, clearly erodes the confidence and the trust that South Africans have in the African National Congress. I can predict the large majority of South Africans still love the ANC, but each time during the elections, what happens? People just fold their arms and sit at home because of these things that is happening. But Letsema, it's good, but I don't think it will rescue what is happening within the African National Congress and in our communities.
When you say it's good, at least, some of the complaints against the ANC, or the critics say this party has become so involved in its own politics and not putting people first is a common refrain. So at least for officials to come out onto the streets, to get involved, to go onto the ground, to see the challenges of communities, to not be aloof, could that at least help to build some of the trust, if not all of it?
But exactly my point, Francis. Why do you need a separate program? If I am appointed as a minister, as an MEC, I should not be office bound. I should be able to go to each and every district in the Free State to go and observe for myself where the people are receiving the services that we promised to give them. And that is where my starting point. It is Letsema. The question is 3 months down the line, which other promise? But it's good. I mean, I also mentioned a couple of weeks ago with the visit of the president and the cabinet to the Free State. These things are very good because at least it gives the citizens of the province and South Africans a platform to engage with officials. But it ends there because at the end of the day, these officials has been in this position. You need to deal with the fundamental issues that is on the table. We don't need programs. We need action. And we don't need action tomorrow. We need action today. And yes, Letsema may want in certain areas at least encourage people to become active citizens, to volunteer. But we need our officials to get their act, in order to provide services to South Africans.
All right, thank you very much, Professor Sethulego Matebesi, talking about the Letsema campaign. It was first launched by former President Thabo Mbeki way back in 2002, but being relaunched by the President in Bloemfontein today.